Hi, this is Divisha from Quash. Quash is an AI native dev tool that helps QA teams and engineers test their mobile and web applications without scripts, codes, or frameworks. In this video, I'm going to show you a new feature called Rerun. Rerun helps you execute the same task again without making Mahuraga think through the entire flow from scratch every single time. The first time you run a task, Mahuraga uses AI to understand the screen, decide what to do next, and figure out the right path to complete the execution. But once the path has already been learned, the agent reuses it. That means repeated runs become faster, cheaper, and more reliable because the agent no longer needs to spend time reasoning through the same steps again. This is why it matters. Normally, if you run the same task 5 times, Mahuraga would have to think through the same flow 5 separate times. It would still work, but each run would take longer and use more AI tokens because the agent is repeatedly analyzing screens and making decisions. But Rerun changes that. Once a task has been successfully executed, Quash saves the trajectory of that flow. The next time you run the same task, Mahuraga can simply replay that learned path instead of rethinking every step. That means faster execution, lower token usage, and less waiting for repetitive validations. This is especially useful for smoke test, login flows, onboarding checks, research flows, and any repeated QA workflows that you need to run. So for the purpose of this video, let's first look at the report of a task that has already been run. So I'm going to go through the left nav bar and look at reports. And for instance, let's look at this one. So this specific task took 8 minutes and 24 seconds. Now that we know exactly how much time it took the first time, let's go to test cases. Select the same task, the task being open Make My Trip, search for a flight from Delhi to Mumbai, set departure date as May 12th, leave return date empty, select 2 passengers and economy class, execute the search and then apply filter for non-stop. This is the task. Now we are going to run the same script. But when I click on that, Quash is going to ask you the device that you want to rerun this task on. For the purpose of this video, we are going to go with the Quash device, which is this one, and execute this task. Now, while Mahuraga is working, I'm going to tell you what makes Rerun useful. Rerun is ideal for flows that you execute repeatedly. So think about login checks, onboarding flows, search validations, etc. Some regression paths that you need to run again and again. So the first run teaches Mahuraga the route. And every run after that becomes faster because Quash is replaying memory instead of rediscovering the same flows. This saves execution time, reduces token usage, and helps QA teams move through repetitive testing much faster. It also means your team can reserve full AI reasoning for new flows, broken flows, or scenarios where the UI has changed significantly. Now we're just going to wait and see how long it takes for Mahuraga to execute this task, which has already been done before. And that's it. So now you can see the execution has been completed. A couple things to note here. There were a couple pop-ups that came on the app, and these are the point in time where the execution agent uses AI to decide what to do next. But every step that is being repeated is where AI will just use its memory from before. Now let's look at the report of this task. This task took only 4 minutes and 39 seconds as opposed to 8 minutes from before, cutting the execution time by 50%. So, that's how rerun works in Quash. The first run is where AI does the thinking, and every run after is where you get the speed. Thanks for watching. If you need any more information, you can check out the Quash documentation.